It's Week 12 of the National Football League. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' leader at quarterback, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Raiders and the Barons under the lights on Sunday night.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Brooklyn Barons
and the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Shepard now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
You almost feel privileged, partner, every time you get to see him run out in the field to start a game because every game, every snap, you and I both know he has potential to do something special. And that inspires his teammates as well. They know how incredible he is. They want to give max effort as well.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Elliott. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Elliott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lucas.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Elliott. He finds his man complete. It's Lucas.
And he's going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down.
6 yards to go.
Back to throw again. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And his kick here is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
You want to talk about a driven player partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Elliott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. To throw on second down, Elliott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Elliott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Complete in the end zone. Results in the 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will make it 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs. But he rifles one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Lucas. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 93 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Over the middle, complete. That's McGee. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Elliott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lucas. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll try again. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The try here for the extra point. And this is up, it's through, and extends their first quarter lead to 13-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And everyone on their assignment defensively there is he'll be taken down behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much.
And oh, he coughed it up. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
Well, my friends,
this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the deficit will hold pat at 13. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yeah.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
And now here come the Raiders. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
So many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Throwing on 1st down. Elliott. He finds his man. Complete. It's McGee. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place. And
usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lucas. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and the lead will hold at 13.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. Down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 2nd quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Raiders heading out to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Lucas. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 2nd and 9 now. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Aaron.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be fourth down. And his kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Raiders offense ready to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Throwing to start the drive. Elliott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 and the 22.
On second down, it's Lucas. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
Off play action. Elliott in trouble, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Raiders have got him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Elliott. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Elliott. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now a give right side. It's Lucas. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On third down, Elliott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Elliott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Elliott throwing the out route incomplete. That's McGee. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the gun on third down. Elliott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. Will try for 3. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little. Maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? He's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now this throw caught left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And able to get this out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. A little juke, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Barons have got it back to within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Shepard now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Looking to throw on second down. Elliott is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Lucas. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Off the play fake, Elliott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That goes for a gain of 31.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magical elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. Elliott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down now, it's Lucas, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, Elliott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's a gain of 4.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Ball start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And that will be caught, but Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good, because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Yeah, and he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3. That's the end
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st and 10, Elliott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Number 89, a 7-yard pickup, brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Finding room at midfield.
Able to slither by. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
It's a business day, guys. What we saw out there on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
He finds his man, complete. That's Todd.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Elliott. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Elliott. He finds his man, complete. It's Todd.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will add 3 more to their lead and pushes it up to 6.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Throwing to start the drive. Elliott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw again. Elliott. He finds his man. Complete. It's Shepard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Off the bootleg. Elliott. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lucas. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. They bring their punter out there now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Elliott.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Off play action. Elliott. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And now third down and 6 to go. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He'll look to set up his blockers. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Elliott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try the left side. Lucas. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Lucas. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
5 yards remain on second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lucas. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' leader at quarterback. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Raiders and the Barons on Sunday night.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Brooklyn Barons and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after it.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Shepard now from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Elliott. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw. Elliott. And he fires one that's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
To throw on second down, Elliott. And his pass incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Elliott. And this is going to be incomplete. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
There's a little bit of enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd and 13. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Now back to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out come the Raiders. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
They'll run on first down. Lucas. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 45-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lucas. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
On 3rd and 2, Elliott. And that is incomplete. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, Barons.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A gain of 5. First down, Brooklyn.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his big tight end here.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 63 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Flush to his right.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A gain of 7. First down, Barons.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Over the middle, it's good. And the ball is knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And a question. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Barons are on the board first here in Vegas.
So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. throwing on first down. Elliott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Off the play fake, Elliott. And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Elliott. Over the middle, complete. It's McGee. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action, Elliott. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun on 3rd down, Elliott.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lucas. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elliott. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side. Lucas. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lucas. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Off the play fake. Elliott. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Lucas. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feeling they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down to about the 22 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 2nd and 3 from the 9. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And once again, this defense very stout. They stop him for no gain for the 2nd straight play. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
That's a really good defense there because they saw the heavy lift come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless because...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. That's taken on the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They're in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
Oh boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
On 1st down, Elliott. He's going to hit his... Now, a loose football. The ball comes out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 1st and 10, Elliott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Raiders try to move quickly, trying to get everybody back to the line. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And take it right on the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time, as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Well, backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A very solid gain of 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Lucas. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Elliott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Elliott.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. They push it back 8 yards that time on second down.
That's the second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt it in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, and that is incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Up the middle they go. It's Lucas, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 76 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Barons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He finds his man, complete. That's McGee. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down, Elliott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elliott. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Elliott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. To throw on second down, Elliott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off the bootleg, Elliott. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. A beautiful fake. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept. But you got to let him move on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. Elliott steps away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A misconnection there, and he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From the contact. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on 1st down. Elliott. Throw left side complete. That's McGee. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's time. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Down inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
On 1st down, it's Lucas. I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.